Have you ever met an unruly dog who has a hard time calming down in the presence of others? When it barks, whines, runs, or seems in general distress because of the environment that they're in? I see this firsthand every single day as my job as a dog trainer at a nationwide obedience training company. I also see this in my dog Coda. Coda was adopted from a shelter because he bit a child who was abusing him. He was very nervous in front of new people, and new environments, and of course children. As a mom myself, I aim to teach my son and Coda the art of neutrality with one another. Neutrality is not often encouraged within our canines, which can lead to undesired behaviors from them. Neutrality is the idea of being neutral or unconcerned with the things that are going on around our dogs. Today I'm going to be teaching you the place command, how the place command can be beneficial on your road to neutrality with your dogs, and how these desired behaviors that grow from neutrality can lead to confidence within our dogs. The first thing I'm going to do is demonstrate the idea of the place command and teach you how to do it. What you're going to need is a place cot like this or a bed. It typically is defined edges and is a little bit raised. That is because it is the dog's to claim. I cannot fit on here, you cannot fit on here, my family cannot fit on here. It's really just for my dog. That helps with this confidence building. Also with that height, there's confidence as well. You're going to need a 15-foot leash like this, and it's going to be attached to your dog's flat collar. This is so we can build distance from our dogs while still being able to manage them. You're going to need some treats, something that high value, whether that's treats like this, cheese, anything like that. He loves to work for them, and of course your affection and praise. Good, good boy. The first thing that you're going to do is attach this leash to your dog's flat collar. You're going to then grab about a foot away from your dog's flat collar. This is so that we can be able to direct him easier. We're not going to be working back here. Instead, we are going to be working right here. What I'm going to do is shorten up on this, and I'm going to direct him onto place. Place will always have directional cues, meaning that I am going to be swifting my open palm towards wherever I want him to place, for instance, currently this place cot, and telling him to place. As we're teaching this, we're going to give a little bit of leash pressure on him, pulling him to where we want him to be. Eventually, this leash pressure will be obsolete. Coda, come. Good. Coda. Coda. Get his attention. Face. Yes. Sit. In order to get him to sit, I pull back a little bit with oppositional pressure. As soon as his butt touches the cot, I'm going to release him and praise him with affection. Break. Very good. Very good, my friend. Buddy. Coda. Face. Sit. Beautiful. Good, sit, good boy. I'm marking this really good behavior he's doing for me. Break. Break, break, break. Yay, good boy. Good. Coda. Place. Sit. I'm going to let him hold this for a couple seconds, and after he holds it completely for me with things going on around him, even though it doesn't seem like much, there's a lot of sounds that are distracting him, I will release him and I will appraise him and I will give him a treat. Break. Break. Yay, good. Sit. I will put him back in place. Place. Sit. You will repeat this for many reps as you guys are working on this. You should be able to increase the distance that you are from your dog, the duration that your dog is in place, and the distractions that are going on around your dog as you guys progress through this. You can eventually progress to a down on place, which is more stable than a sit on place, and is excellent for going out with your dog to different environments such as restaurants and parks. In order to teach your dog the art of neutrality, you need to have a basic form of communication with them. Using place is a simple command to tell your dog where you want them to remain. Not only helps build that communication with them, but also helps them work on that neutrality. For instance, at the study done at the Department of Animal Science at the University of California, and at the Center of Integrated Study of Animal Behavior at Indiana University, animal behaviors performed 2 experiments in order to show how a sit stay or a down stay helped a dog withstand pressures going on around them, such as doorbells ringing, people running by, kids laughing, and so on. Coda, come. Place. Sit. Thank you. Over several days of training, the owners would ask their dog to sit stay, like Coda is currently, or down stay on place, with things going on around, like the doorbells ringing, people running by, and so on. After every 1 minute of successful sit stay or down stay, they were rewarded with praise and affection and treats. At the end of the study, it was concluded that the dogs that had gone through training were able to withstand pressure far easier and had created more neutrality versus the dogs that had gone through no training at all. Sit stay or down stay training allowed trainers to help desensitize their dogs to those things that were usually causing too much pressure and concern with them. Neutrality is vastly important because it teaches our dog how to live in a human world and not be overly concerned with everything that is going on around them, and also very importantly to keep them safe. One of the most vital things we can do to teach our dogs is how to live within set limits and boundaries. Training not only enhances the mutual respect between you and your dog as their handler, but improves your dog's life. If you trust your dog not to run away if you take him off leash, if you trust him not to pull you down the street on walks, and if you trust him to down for copious periods of time at a restaurant, you're more likely to take him places, which not only decreases his confinement within the home, but helps build his neutrality and confidence within you as his handler. Training can also increase your dog's compliance, cooperation, and also their control. According to Animal Behavior's David Toobin, sit-stay or downstay training helps fear-related behaviors that are within some of the dogs that we work with. Meaning a dog can remain in a sit-stay or downstay consistently, and then they're rewarded, they're conditioned to expect a positive reinforcement despite the stressful situation that they may be in. Go to sit. While training, we also develop improved communication with our dog. If we as handlers remain consistent with our dogs, like I was consistent with him just now, they learn that their cooperation leads to good things. And this in the end really leads to more relaxed, confident, and controlled dogs. In conclusion, today I have discussed how to properly implement the place command in your life, how neutral behaviors can lead to really desired behaviors that you want from your dog, and how it also can lead to confidence within them. Neutrality is extremely beneficial as it allows our dogs not to be so scared with the world they live in. We cannot stop the world from spinning around our dogs, from things going on and distractions running everywhere amongst them. However, we can control and help them understand that neutrality is extremely important by building up their confidence and security within themselves. As for my dog, Coda, he could have never have done this when I first brought him home with us. However, he knows and respects me and my child because he knows he is also equally respected. This not only builds his confidence within himself, but also his security and confidence within me as his handler. Building from the place command, I was able to teach him to not be so concerned and anxious with everything going on around him, which aided in his confidence and ability to withstand life going on around him. Thank you.